So one of the last times we did a video on Destiny, we talked about how his former friend Abba called him out for the recent allegations and said he didn't support him, referring to calling him out as burning the bridge. But we were curious about another one of Destiny's orbiters, Australian Amy, so we decided to look into it to find out if Amy had said anything, and turns out she did. For a little reminder of who Amy is an Australian conservative woman who took a liking to Destiny during his Red Pill era, where he would go on various podcasts to argue about the Red Pill theory. Amy was a supporter of the Red Pill theory, but openly admitted that she had a lot of respect for Destiny, and the two ended up as somewhat of friends, with Amy appearing on Destiny's channel a handful of times for discussions. And Amy liked Destiny so much that she would actually defend him against other influencers at times who tried to attack him. A noteworthy moment of their friendship was the time Destiny's wife, at the time Melina, got into it with an influencer named MLD, and Amy and Destiny watched the video of the confrontation together, laughing and mocking MLD for his ridiculous behavior.
MLD, final words before you run off. I don't want to go out like this. Anything you would like to say before you do?
Look at this guy! Famous last
Bro, it actually looks like...
Look at this guy, look at him right now, right here.
He's like Smeagol. He's like actually in goblin mode right now.
Right now.
Amy was such a prominent figure in Destiny's orbit that another orbiter, Farha, became jealous of her.
I think this is the reason I was so mad. So I left your apartment to go to LA, right? And then I'm at the airport and I see a clip pop up and it's like Destiny and Farha screaming at each other. I'm like, oh, it's so cute. I like the video. And then a few hours later, I see something pop up again on my YouTube feed and it's Destiny and Amy screaming at each other. The exact title. And I'm like something in me broke. Like, I'm not a jealous person. I am. But there was something about that. It like brought out the Xena in me. Like I was thinking of threatening her life.
Another noteworthy moment of this friendship was the time that Destiny's wife Melina and Amy were on the same program. And while Melina was being dogpiled by nearly every guest on the show, Amy was the only one to stand up for both her and Destiny when their marriage arose as a topic.
Yeah.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Does Destiny fulfill you?
Yeah, of course.
So then, hold on. So then, why is it open?
And I
They
like
have an
women.
open relationship.
Yep.
your husband
Okay.
and yourself, it's 100%
You
open.
can try to put on your insecurities out there, that's fine, but I mean, you
Nah,
don't have
it's
to
not.
start talking about him, same as you.
You said you're from Philly.
The same logic.
And I'm confused.
Can you understand that?
I definitely do.
Yeah.
Do you?
Women
Yeah, of
always
course
have
I
a
do.
double standard.
I don't know.
How is it a double standard when I have an open relationship, he also has an open relationship? So I don't understand, we're just pointing like the Spider-Mans right
And
now.
real quick, it's like, yes, maybe open relationships are unproductive for most of society, but we can't deny that individualism exists. And there are certain people who are happy in their certain setup, and maybe that has nothing to do with anyone else. Is
Just
that the
like you and
majority?
me.
No,
We're both
probably
happy.
not. But that still exists. We can't deny that doesn't exist, and it's like impossible. You know what I mean? So no one can really speak on Melina and Destiny's relationship except them, ultimately.
So, as you can see, the two had a pretty good friendship for what it was. But we were curious what her stance was now that the Pixie allegations came out, and she made her stance very clear.
Amy, Destiny, one of our favorite content creators. I'm actually happy because I haven't heard anything from this guy in a while.
I mean, he's still been kicking. He's established himself pretty well, I'd say, within the streaming world. And I personally have had some interactions with Destiny in the past. A lot of you know that I kind of had my first parlay into the content creation world with the Destinies and the Fresh and Fits and all of those people of this.
As you can see, Amy starts off with establishing her history with Destiny before she veers off into how she feels about him now with the allegations.
Conversations with Destiny were interesting. There were always a lot of people who said, I don't know why you're associating with that guy, he's bad news. Looking back, I probably should have listened.
Amy appears to be taking a hard stance against Destiny, stating that she should have listened when people warned her to stay away from him. But that's not all that Amy says. She goes on to say that multiple people told her how bad Destiny was, but that she herself never hated him and didn't see that side of him. But now that the Pixie allegations have come out, her mind has changed.
Didn't hate him the way people wanted me to. It's now gotten to a point where the actions and what he's done recently, it's like so reprehensible. Not only do I need to completely separate myself from this person, and I wasn't really talking to him anyway within the last year, but I think we also need to talk about it because there are some people who have been seriously hurt throughout this process with the allegations that we're going to get into, and those people deserve to be vindicated.
Amy then goes on to read Pixie's statement on the matter before she straight out says that she believes Pixie
Again, and all of this is allegedly because it's still going through court. I mean, obviously, I believe Pixie. You guys know my perspective, but we have to use the proper language as we're going through all of this.
Amy then goes on to trash talk Destiny with a group of guys in the room who make it clear they don't like him and never have. With nearly everyone in the room speculating about whether or not Destiny is gay and not bi, with Amy agreeing that he is in fact gay.
This is not my
he's a
segment,
scumbag.
but he is. I remember he came on. He was on Saucecast. I think that episode was where he admitted to having 30% of men, or he answered with men 30% of the time, but claimed that he wasn't gay. Guys, I got to ask: if you have one guy, does that make you gay?
Yes.
1,000%.
We discussed this last time. I believe it was like this exact panel.
Yeah,
where we
and
had
all
this
the Discord
conversation.
Amy has definitely thrown herself off of the Destiny train, as you can see, and now has no qualms about joining in on those against him. We wonder how Destiny feels about this, though we suspect if what she said is true and they haven't spoken in a year that he cares very little. He did appear to like her a lot, having frequently brought her up in conversations with Farha to make Farha jealous, where he bragged about how Amy always defended him. But it wouldn't be a surprise that after over a year of no contact, she wouldn't share the same sense of loyalty. And of course, since she stands with Pixie, it would make sense for her to have this change of tune. Like we said, we are curious about Destiny's thoughts on the matter, but considering that he's lost a good chunk of his orbiters and friends, we're sure it'll just be another drop in the bucket to him. We're sure, if anything, losing Abba's support would have been more of a blow, considering those two were friends for longer and Abba remained by his side for years. But it is interesting to see the fall of Amy, considering how quick she was to defend him in the past against those who used his personal life against him, only to join in on the discussion of him sleeping with men, and what that meant pretty quickly. Though it's not entirely surprising since, once again, Amy did support the red pill theory. So it makes sense that after losing respect and a friendship with Destiny, that she would be quick to engage in red pill talking points, including trash talking. So, all in all, we believe Amy has made her point pretty clear. She's burned the bridge with Destiny and has no intention of going back. She didn't just state that she stood with Pixie, she stated that she stood with Pixie and then made sure everyone knew what her opinion of Destiny was now. Amy burned the bridge and proved she's not afraid of the smoke. We doubt this will go anywhere, though, and don't expect a response from Destiny. Though if catch wind of one, we'll be sure to keep viewers updated on the matter.